how's it going, guys? My name is Brandon McConnell. I'm here at Behemoth Barbell, aka my garage. I'm coming to you guys from Westside Performance Nutrition. They asked us to put out some content video for you guys about anything at all whatsoever, diet, nutrition, programming, whatever. Just to give you guys a background on me, I've done CrossFit. I've competed in strongman competitions. I qualified for strongman amateur nationals at one point. And now I'm following my goal and my dream that I've had for the longest time, and I'm pursuing geared powerlifting. So that's a little bit about me. So today I want to talk to you guys about accessory movements. I see a lot of people put a ton of effort into their main lifts and then really slack on their accessories. And then they wonder why down the road, 3 months down the road, why they're stagnant and why they haven't made any progress and there's no PRs, they haven't gotten any bigger. So I just want to kind of give you guys an idea of what your accessory movement should look like and how they should feel, okay? So the biggest thing that I see with, the biggest problem that I see in gyms that I've been to is that a lot of people don't put any actual work in their accessories. They're sitting there having a full-blown conversation with somebody while they're doing their accessories, and as soon as they start to feel a burn, the dumbbells are going down, or whatever it may be that they're using, okay? Whenever you guys are doing those accessory movements, they should suck so bad that whenever you get up off the bench or, if you're doing a quad extension or lunges, you literally should want to fall on the floor and curl up in the fetal position and say, oh my gosh, that's the worst thing I've ever felt in my entire life. Every single set should feel like that. That's what we would call the repetition method, going to failure or near failure, okay? So keep that in mind. I'll show you a set real quick of what 2 near failure accessories should look like. All right? I'm just going to do some tape presses real quick. I'll try and crank them out real fast. Okay, as you guys can see, if I would have done 1 or 2 more reps, I probably would have smashed my teeth in with those dumbbells. That's what every single set of your guys' accessories should look like, okay? So that's point number 1. Point number 2 that I want to make is that I see a lot of people, for example, doing dumbbell rows, and they're cranking them out super fast and putting their entire body into the movement, okay? If we're doing our accessories, our main goal is to hypertrophy the muscle, build the muscle up. If that's what you're going for, you may be going for recovery purposes instead, or maybe GPP purposes, and that's fine. But whether you're doing GPP, recovery, or hypertrophy, you want to focus on controlling that muscle. You don't want to just sling weight around with as much force as you can. How are you going to be able to focus on, for example, a dumbbell row? How are you going to be able to focus on building up your back and your lat if you're putting your hips into it and jerking your entire body? You won't be able to, okay? So whenever you guys are doing these accessories, focus on good, slow, and controlled movement. Squeeze the muscle and get that mind and muscle connection that bodybuilders are always talking about, okay? There's a reason why bodybuilders are big. That's what they focus on primarily, is building the size of the muscle. And whenever we're doing hypertrophy, if that's what you're doing, then that's what you want to do. And that's what you want to focus on, is squeezing that muscle, getting that mind and muscle connection. Also, on top of that, remember, whenever you guys are lowering any weight, that's when about, I believe, according to super training, I believe that's when 90 to 95% of muscle tearing begins. Whenever you're contracting the muscle, that's when I believe 5 to 10% of muscle tearing occurs. So whenever you guys are lowering weight and you guys are focusing on hypertrophy, lower the weight kind of in a slow and controlled manner, because you're going to get more muscle tearing that way, and you're going to get a bigger, fuller muscle. Okay? Point number, I think, are we on 3 or 4? I can't remember. Make sure you guys are constantly varying your sets and reps. Super training recommends staying within the rep ranges of 8 to 15 for hypertrophy. Now, does that mean you can't go outside of those rep ranges? No. You could do, instead of doing 8s, you could do 7s or 6s. Or maybe instead of doing 15, crank out 20. Constantly vary. Do everything. Don't just stick to one particular plan and say, I'm only doing 8s and 15s, nothing else. No. Constantly vary. If you only do those 8s and 15s, your body's going to accommodate, and you're not going to get anything else out of it for a long time, unless you're changing your sets and you're getting more volume, okay? Or maybe you're changing the angle that you're doing. So constantly vary the sets and the reps. But according to Super Training, the best rep ranges to stick between are 8 and 15, which is typically where I'll stay. But on days that I'm feeling froggy, I'll crank out maybe 20 or 6 or 7, whatever it may be. We'll constantly vary, okay? So let's recap. Make sure that every set and every repetition sucks really, really bad. If it doesn't, you're not getting anything out of it. 2, focus on controlling the muscle, okay? Get a good slow eccentric and a good nice concentric. I'm sorry, I had to burp. Control that muscle, get that mind to muscle connection. Okay, and point number 3, constantly make sure that you guys are varying your set and rep ranges, okay? Don't just stick to 8 to 15. Make sure that you guys are constantly varying the stimulus. That way your body can always accommodate to that new stimulus, okay? So remember, Super Training recommends between the rep ranges of 8 to 15, but do not be scared to push outside of those boundaries to 20s, 6s, 7s, whatever it may be. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Once again, I'm with Westside Performance Nutrition. If you guys have any questions about programming, accessories, nutrition, I'll try my best with the nutrition part. If you have any questions about Westside Performance Nutrition supplements, they have some really good supplements that they just recently put out, guys, and they're really trying to get them pushed out there to everybody, and they're trying to make a name for themselves. So if you guys have any questions about those supplements at all whatsoever, let me know. You guys can actually use my discount code McConnell05 whenever you guys check out at westsideperformancenutrition.com, and that will give you a 5% discount code, okay? So once again, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to message me on Facebook, Instagram, or comment on the YouTube video.